UN 영어뉴스 Ukraine war US condemns brutal Russian strikes on Ukraine. Russia has been widely condemned after bombarding cities across Ukraine, including launching missile strikes on the center of Kyiv for the first time. The US said brutal attacks had hit non-military targets and promised ongoing military aid, including advanced air defense systems. United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres said he was deeply shocked. Vladimir Putin said the attacks were retaliation for Saturday's explosion on a key bridge linking Russia to Crimea. In a defiant video, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Ukraine cannot be intimidated. It can only be more united. Ukraine cannot be stopped. The daily violence across Ukraine included strikes on the cities of Lviv, Kharkiv, Dnipro, and Zaporizhia. At least 14 people were killed and scores more were injured, officials said. In Kyiv, the areas hit included the Taras Shevchenko Park, a university building, and a children's playground. Antonio Guterres described the strikes as another unacceptable escalation of the war, for which civilians were paying the highest price. The EU said a war crime had been committed, while European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said Russia stood for terror and brutality. US President Joe Biden was one of many foreign leaders to speak with President Volodymyr Zelensky, and he pledged to continue providing Ukraine with the support needed to defend itself, including advanced air defense systems, the White House said. Mr. Biden said the attacks demonstrated the utter brutality of Putin's illegal war. China and India, which have not condemned the war, called for a de-escalation. Speaking at the UN General Assembly in New York, Sergei Kislyak, Ukraine's ambassador to the UN, said his family had been in a residential area in Ukraine when it was attacked by the latest Russian missiles, and they were unable to go to a bomb shelter. He said Russia had already killed some of his relatives, calling it a terrorist state that must be deterred in the strongest possible ways to prevent further atrocities. He added that Russia's delegation to the UN left a trail of blood when it entered the General Assembly hall. The General Assembly is holding an emergency meeting following Russia's latest attacks. Although the session was convened because of the Kremlin's annexation of 4 partly occupied Ukrainian regions following sham referendums. It has been overshadowed by this morning's attacks. Russian missiles began hitting targets across Ukraine around the morning rush hour on Monday, in the most widespread bombardment of the war. Igor Zhovka, deputy head of President Zelensky's office, said they were designed to sow panic. The strikes were more intense than had previously been seen, he told the BBC, and in some ways resembled the early days of the war. He added that this had not come as a surprise and was a sign of things to come during the very difficult winter ahead. Ukraine says 83 missiles were launched, of which more than 43 were shot down. Several regions were left without electricity and water after missiles hit energy infrastructure. Residents in the capital said Russia appeared to be targeting civilian areas, which were busy with morning commuters. Russian President Vladimir Putin said the attacks were in retaliation to Saturday's explosion on the bridge linking the occupied Crimea Peninsula to Russia, which he blamed on Ukraine. Ukraine has not confirmed it was behind that strike. Mr. Zhovka said he did not entirely believe that the Russian attacks were retaliation, as Kyiv has been hit before. Mr. Putin warned he was ready to authorize more severe attacks, while Deputy Head of the Russian Security Council Dmitry Medvedev said that the first episode has been prayed. There will be others.